The Raizal people are the ancestral indigenous of the archipelago of San Andres, Providence, and Catalina, and the Caribbean, with their own language, culture, history, ancestors, territories, and marine territories. The Raizal people are the ethnic group that is made up of the descendants of the Amerindians, Africans, and Europeans who populated the archipelago in the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th century to build a society with its own language, culture, and institutions. Its diversity is recognized and protected by the state and forms part of the nation's wealth. San Andres, Providence, and Catalina, as in other island territories of the Greater Caribbean, are islands in which there is a kind of feeling of uniqueness and authenticity that is exalted by its inhabitants and that sets it apart from the rest of the world. The aforementioned conditions contribute to creating ties of identity and spatial awareness that emphasize the cultural difference of the insulars, islanders, and in this case of the Raizal with respect to others. The Raizal of the islands, through their history, developed practices of appropriation and use of geographic space, which have even transcended the border of the coastal edge to move by sea, their natural vehicle. This way of exercising territoriality dates back to the times of the colonization and permanent settlement of the first settlers on the islands between the 17th and 19th century. The territory is the first basis of root identity and belonging to the island. In this way, having more participation in the property of the island indicates a greater sense of belonging and ownership. It is a sign of wealth, power, status, and prestige. The ancestors of the Raizal people exercised their territoriality through commercial navigation, turtle hunting, fishing, the collection of seabird eggs, and some species such as the queen conch. Generations after generations of islanders maintained these practices as a way of making a presence in marine waters, which for a long time were known and neglected by the state. Seeing land for the people of the Caribbean connotes freedom, and it ensures a source of life and acceptance by the community, a place to rest one's head in peace. Possessing a piece of land for the Raizal people is observed as a bright right, particularly for a man, since for the issue of inheritance it was the male children who inherited, managing the parts that correspond to their sisters. Land ownership was the clearest expression of freedom in the Caribbean. Having a piece of land meant the acquisition of autonomy, that is, freedom, not in a merely individual fact. On the contrary, this freedom transcends the independence of a people.